David, I wanted to start with Quibi. Actually, it was funny because you listened to an interview with Jeffrey Katzenberg. I think it was with Jeffrey, right? With Katzenberg.
I didn't listen. I read an
Oh,
interview.
you read about it. Okay.
Yeah,
and he was basically justifying.
Quick recap on Quibi. They launched. It was actually a little over a month ago, and quick bites. Quibi, 10-minute videos. Blah 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 blah. I think most people know what it is by now. It's been a complete failure, and so Jeffrey Katzenberg came out and it was a New York Times interview, and he basically said, "This is not. I'm not making this up. He said exactly this in the article. His quote was, "I blame everything on coronavirus. Everything." That's what he said. Okay, glad to see you're taking responsibility here, because coronavirus, coronavirus.
That and the users that didn't download the app.
We were saying back in January, December, before any coronavirus
we
stuff.
said it actually when they were doing the commercials for the Super Bowl. Remember?
But even before that.
I remember we were creating the graphics.
No,
for one of the highlights.
I know in February, but I mean even before that, because Quibi has been announced for like a year or more. And I remember I was like, I don't think this is a good idea. I think this is terrible execution here. And so I don't think coronavirus has anything to do with it. In fact, people are consuming more content than ever because they're bored at home.
If this is a good time to launch, it's basically coronavirus. Everybody's running out of Netflix.
His argument was, well, because our content was intended to be on the go. That's why it's like Quibi, like short videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, maybe that's true, but people are still watching plenty of 5-minute YouTube videos. They're just not watching your shit because it's shit.
Yeah. Well, we did say that when and I have nothing against Quibi or Jeffrey Katzenberg.
I don't have anything against the
Mayor.
people. I just think, how many times have we seen a startup raise hundreds of millions, in their case, billions of dollars?
I know, and they have all these
with
celebrities.
No justification other than the fact that the two founders are basically famous business people.
Right.
But they launched this service focused at Gen Z and millennials. I don't even know, founded by two people, neither of whom are Gen Z and millennials. They are like super boomers. They're both old.
That's why I always say that past performance does not guarantee future results.
And especially not when you're doing something that neither of them have really done. I mean, she was the CEO of HP, which primarily is these days more focused enterprise.
And when she was
hardware.
CEO, it was more the traditional HP computers, printers, and things like that. So
and then Katzenberg, he was the head of a studio, but that's very different from being the head of a studio. Is very different from launching from scratch a media company. There's a different skill set that comes into taking over something that already exists.
Yeah.
And running Disney Studios.
Well, it's like I said, every day is day one. You can't really rest on your laurels and just think that just because you did something great last time, every day.
Even the marketing, like their whole marketing campaign was, "I'll be there in a Quibi" or just a Quibi, and it's like
didn't work out.
They're trying to make Quibi a vocabulary, like people use that,
like a verb. Like I'm Googling this or
It's terrible. I mean, the marketing should be, hey, we have great shows. These are the shows. And like I said before, if I were them, they're hiring all these old school celebrities, but they're targeting like Gen Z. It's like, you know what? I'm sorry, Reese Witherspoon is great, but Gen Z doesn't give a fuck about Reese Witherspoon. That's just the truth. They should have gone and gotten YouTubers and TikTokers and all these people and made content with them. That's what I would have done. But of course, the two founders are not Gen Z or millennial, but they're trying to target them. So anyways, but it's coronavirus's fault. We take no responsibility.
Like many things. I think that's going to be the line for a lot of CEOs these days. So speaking of, the graphic that we have there is actually...